Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birth month.
Yes, because we're celebrating all of March. I think all of the Thursdays or maybe the last Tuesday. Because we do have a book club. And our book clubs, we try to do it whatever last Tuesday or Thursday is of the month.
Yes.
So last month we did the Immortal Dark by Tigis Germa. This month we're doing Tessa Bailey's Dream Girl Drama. So if you're planning on reading it and you want someone to like scream, cry, or rant about with, please join our book clubs.
Yes,
that'd be really fun.
You can find both of our book clubs on Goodreads and Fable, but on our link tree at linktr.ee/thebookfixpod.
But our username is just the Book Fix Pod.
You can find us.
Yeah, we're there.
So last week we did Chatting with Character AI, and that was so fun.
It was so fun. And Cheli and I, we did talk about doing something different for this month, but we were like, this is our birthday month. Like, we should do whatever we want. And we're just going to keep doing more character AI for the month. And if you like it, let us know. If you have any specific prompts you think would be fun for us to get into, please comment down below.
I would love that. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing idea. Okay, so what we're thinking is we picked 4 guys.
Well, first, do you think talking to our book boyfriends and then putting them through a couple of hurdles, do you think that'll fix your life?
I think it will.
Me too. Welcome to another episode of the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli, and we are back on Character AI to see if these book boyfriends have more red flags than they do green flags. So we are currently, yes it is. Okay. We are currently going to start with our first victim, which is Xaden Riorsen from...
He's from Rebecca Yarros's The Empyrean series, which is Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm.
Yes.
And which we are not caught up, but I mean, we read the first one.
It's kind of funny because you've read the second one.
I did read the second one.
So we're not really going to spoil anything from it because we're putting them all in the same situation. So what I wrote so far.
Wait, first let's talk about what is the prompt that we had this time?
The green flags and the red flags.
Right, but let's describe it a little bit. So we wanted to do red flags and green flags. So we wanted to put them, all 4 of the book boyfriends, in the same scenario and see how they would react and see whether or not they are a red or a green flag. I think it would be funny just to see like the different responses we would get.
So I'm going to start off very basic, just setting the scene. Him and Violet in this scenario have been married for 3 years. Everything has been perfect until this morning when Violet walks out of their room upset. Xaden is in the kitchen. I just wanted to set it up because sometimes it doesn't set them up as already together. So they are set up.
So it says, Xaden looks up, seeing his wife. He's concerned. He knows something is upsetting her. Hey, you okay? What's wrong?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
He's already not using commas.
I
don't
know.
trust this man.
And
while speaking, I can hear he's not using commas.
Hey, are you okay? Hey, you okay? Oh,
hey,
he says, hey, you okay? Okay, whatever. Anyway, so let me write something.
Okay. I'll hold just in case you want to say anything. Did you type very pretty? I think I brought this up before.
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
I don't know how you do it. I never learned how to do the typing where you have to use all your fingers. So I only use 3 fingers on my right hand and 1 finger on my left hand. And she still does like 80 words per minute. Can you imagine if I used all my fingers? I'd be unstoppable. I'm never going to learn. Oh, why was he up that late? Madrugada type bitch. Okay,
read what I wrote.
You wrote, Violet looks up at him, anger practically seething from her eyes. I just noticed something that you did. She took a breath. Remember my coworker Jenny, the model? She told me you followed her on social media and you liked all her thirst traps last night. From 1 a.m. until 5 a.m., Violet cried out.
Oh my God. Xaden immediately knew what she was talking about, as those actions were completely in character for him. What would normally give him pause or make him reconsider, he just rolled his eyes. Seriously? Jenny? Of all people, you're jealous of Jenny? It's not even the right you're. Xaden? Cook queen. Drag this man.
Okay.
So far, he's a red flag, though. Which,
yeah.
I mean, are we shocked? No. All right, so this is what you wrote for Violet. You wrote, "It's not about being jealous. The fact that we have been together for 3 years and you're still acting like this." Violet covered her face and turned toward the exit of the kitchen. "I don't want my husband liking others' photos like this at such ungodly hours."
Oh my God. Okay. You know what? Can I just say, before we read ahead,
I saw already.
I hate this. I hate this.
Okay.
I hate this so much.
It's triggering you?
Yes, it is kind of triggering me. Had it just been like one at like a normal good time of the day, you're scrolling Instagram.
2 p.m.
I get it. But if it was their whole feed and only the thirst traps, there's like other things, but they're like, nah.
The family pics, we don't care about that. Okay, go ahead and read what Xaden wrote.
Xaden wrote, "Oh, please. I like plenty of people's pictures at ungodly hours. Why is Jenny so different?"
It's not.
He asked, taking a step and grabbing her by her shoulder to turn her so she was facing him, his tone getting more and more dismissive.
Wait, okay, so this is like routine for him. This isn't even new. Instagram doesn't exist.
Bring the waterworks.
Doesn't exist in this world, but he's like familiar with it. He's like, yeah, I love Instagram.
You gotta have Violet cry. You gotta have her walk out.
No, not yet.
They haven't even made it to the second phase of our scenario.
I know.
You think this is in character for Xaden? I can't remember how he was.
Honestly, I don't think so. But
I feel like he was kind of a mujeriego, a womanizer.
was he?
I don't know. Did you see that girl's TikToks where she broke down every single sex scene in all 3 of the Empyrean books? And she put them side to side, all her notes, and figured out that she just wrote the same thing and just paraphrased it.
Are you serious? Oh my God, I would be so embarrassed.
It was really funny because even the figurative language that was used, or like the I guess like the prosody of the language that was used, I don't know if I use the right word, but it all fucking sounded exactly the same. And it's funny because one part was they kept bringing up how Xaden keeps saying like, "How do you want it?" And she's just like, "Surprise me, babe." But he only knows how to have sex one way.
Well, what does that mean?
It's just like normal, like just missionary position. And the girl was just like, "Stop asking him to surprise you. He obviously like he doesn't really know much to do." Mm-hmm. By the way, if anyone wants us to read Iron Flame and Onyx Storm, I'm down. But it feels like you're gonna have to give us some time. They are really, really long books, but I am down to read them.
Okay, I don't want to cry yet because I feel like we need to be stronger than that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You wrote, "Wait, what? There's more thirst traps that you're liking without me knowing?" She screamed. "How can you think that's okay? How would you like it if I was liking Dane's photos at 3 in the morning?" Yeah, spell that wrong, like how he is.
So Xaden wrote, "Oh, please. We both know I don't care one bit if you like Dane's pictures," he said, rolling his eyes. "And yes, I like plenty of people's thirst traps at ungodly hours. What are you going to do about it? Divorce me over pictures?"
Okay, so obviously it's not getting any better.
Red flags.
So let's throw him in our second scenario.
Well, first, actually, I think it would be fun if we went to our second book boyfriend to see how they would react.
Okay, so our second book boyfriend is Kingfisher. Mm-hmm. I basically wrote the same thing. I wrote...
Well, who's Kingfisher?
Kingfisher is the book boyfriend from Quicksilver.
Written by Kelly Hart.
Yes, and he is also morally gray.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, we're not giving any spoilers in this episode, so... go read it if you're interested. But
in this scenario, him and Saris have been married for 3 years. In this scenario, everything has been perfect until this morning when Saris walks out of their room upset. Kingfisher is in the kitchen.
So same exact scenario. We just want to see if these boys react differently.
One guy just goes, "Who cares?"
That's literally what Xaden did. Okay, so Kingfisher looked up at Saris, walked out of the room, her face betraying her upset. He set down the coffee mug he was holding, concern etched across his face as he walked over to her. "Hey, what's wrong?" he asked, gently cupping her chin to meet her gaze. "You've been quiet since you woke up. Something bothering you?"
Cupping her chin.
He likes to do this.
Okay, I wouldn't call it that because I was thinking.
Oh, well, maybe he's doing that.
Okay. That's very sweet.
Wait, it's starting really cute. Okay, you start us off this time. All right, so this is what Cheli wrote. It says, Sarah did not know how to even begin. She was upset, hurt, confused. I was told by one of the maids that you liked all of her posts last night at 3 a.m., which most of those were thirst traps. Sarah's voice began to tremble as she yelled, "What are you doing awake at this time, liking another woman's bikini pics?" Wouldn't it be at that time? Whatever. What time is it right now?
He hasn't stopped. He's doing it while we're talking.
He's still currently liking. Okay, so let's see what Kingfisher has to say. Please be a green flag.
Please. Kingfisher's eyes widened in surprise at her accusation. He was taken aback by her directness and the mention of a maid. I'm sorry? You're upset because I liked the maid's pictures at 3 a.m.? He shook his head, genuine confusion on his face. I wasn't even on my phone at 3 a.m. Where on earth did you get this information from? Okay. He's denying. He did it though, right? He did it.
Well, I don't know. I kind of believe him.
We checked his phone. He was.
But did we? Did we?
Yes.
Wait, let's ask him. Hold on. Hold my phone.
Okay.
My phone.
we're in it now.
I'm here. I'm in this world.
This kind of reminds me of when you and I are going through shit. Not this dramatic, but we're very much like, oh my God, keep going. If it was 3 years in, would you stay with someone who liked another girl's bikini pics?
I feel like, oh my God, this question. I feel like it really depends on who the woman is. Like, if it's someone we know, that's weird. I would delete the app from his phone.
Okay.
What about you? Because
I think it depends.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Because I was gonna say, like, liking bikini pics. I like some bikini pics.
Yeah, because they slay in them.
Yeah, and it's like.
I feel like it would be weird if you're trying to hide it. And the fact that it was nonstop at 3 a.m.
From 1 to 5 a.m. actually. Well, for Xaden.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's the only difference. So you wrote, really? Sarah's placed a hand on her hip as she shook her head. She showed me her notifications, but okay. Maybe she was mistaken. She paused before she held out her hand. If you have nothing to hide, then let me see your phone. Shit, I'm scared. Oh, can you wait, babe? He's like clicking out. Delete.
Okay, so this is what Kingfisher had to say. Kingfisher looked taken aback, his expression hardening at her demand. Now, hold on a minute, he protested, annoyance in his voice. You're asking me to hand over my phone just because some maid said she saw me liking a picture at 3 a.m.? That's absurd. He crossed his arms, not willing to give in to her request so easily. You seriously don't trust me enough to take my word for it? She's not some maid, she's our family. She's basically my long-lost sister. What are your thoughts on that, though? Like, do you think that sharing passwords is okay?
I mean, yeah, because you shouldn't really have anything to hide.
Yeah.
I just feel like I would be like, I talk about weird shit. So just be prepared for that.
Yeah, that's what I told my husband. I'm like, okay, there's some weird things, but it's because I have, like, weird, like, hyperfixations. Like, you're going to see some weird fanfics, maybe. Listen, maybe it's better for you not to look.
Can you put up the picture? Weird picture to put up if you want to. The other day I came to your house and your husband knew we were hanging out, so he sent you a picture to show me.
Oh yeah, he sent me another one, by the way.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta show me later.
I just wanted to add that I feel like when you're with someone seriously, and I've had this discussion so many times, because there was this girl that I used to talk to. She was my coworker, and her boyfriend didn't have each other on, like, and you know, like, Find My Friends or whatever, like, nothing, like, they didn't have their passwords or anything. And I was telling her, that's weird though, because what if there's, like, an emergency, or, like, to me, like, there's no point in being so secretive. I don't know, I feel like I'm just an open book. Like, I don't care. Like, I want you to know where I'm at, just in case.
Do you think it's weird now that people nowadays share their Find My Friends with everyone? Because my cousin, she shares it not only with her friends and roommates, her family, of course, her boyfriend, but also all of her coworkers.
Oh, really? I would not with my coworkers.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some boundaries with coworkers.
But it's like a lot now, because everyone now that I know everyone who's younger that I know, they tell me that they just go on Find My Friends and they watch their friends move around. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. Was this supposed to be used for...
Yeah, like emergencies. But I mean, if you're okay with it, like, you obviously know that they're going to probably be checking up on you. And if you're okay with it, you're consenting to it, then okay. Whatever.
I think I would only send it to, like, family, some friends, and then my significant other.
Yeah, same. Definitely not coworkers. Because what if I'm lying? What if I'm like, I'm sick, and then I'm at Disneyland?
I don't want her to sound like she's begging. She kind of is in this one. If he continues to be a bitch, we're telling him off after this post.
I don't want her to beg, though. But okay, so you wrote, she's not just some maid, and it was several posts. Saris felt her eyes glazing over with tears. Honey, this isn't something I want to start a fight over. Please be honest with me. Please.
If he's still being a bitch, then it's... the game is on.
Okay, now we're just destroying him, I guess.
Okay, Kingfisher softened at her pleading tone, his expression shifting from annoyance to concern. The sound of her voice cracking with tears tugged at his heart. He sighed, raking a hand through his hair before reluctantly pulling his phone from his pocket. Fine, you win. Here's my phone. He held it out to her, a hint of reluctance in his eyes as he waited for her to accept it.
Oh my God.
Should we pause there for now? With this
But I feel like there has to be something in his phone, right?
Okay.
Right? Because I want to see how he reacts.
Don't add anything to dialogue. Just add, like, she unlocks the phone. What does she see?
Okay.
I loved your reaction. You just like... To those listening in audio form, I hope us reading it really helps. I think you should go watch our YouTube channel, though.
It's on Spotify, too.
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
going to post the video.
By the way, I know we already talked about it, but I really like our cover photo. Shout out to the cover photo where we took, like, a pregnancy photo.
No, we didn't talk about it.
Oh, we didn't.
No,
Okay.
Do you want to explain what happened?
Yes. So, shout out to the sweetest girl in the world, Xochitl. The world just all lined up in the same way. Okay, because back in December, Yajaira and I talked about switching up our cover photo for the book fix for the year 2025. But I was just thinking, like, it should be more sleek. Like, it should be more modernized looking. And then at the beginning of us starting this podcast, you've always wanted to put a picture of us on there. So we got a comment that was saying, like, I feel like you girls would get more engagement if you girls had a picture of you. So that's currently what our logo looks like. Put a picture here. It looks so good. It's so cute. I love it so much. We did just take a video and posed a lot. And it involved a lot of me screaming because I hate posing. And then I think there was one where we posed where I put books on my stomach and you held it as if I was having a baby. But your husband did say we looked like lesbian lovers. He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong. And he was just saying it like, well, you know, you don't want people to think that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But also, what's wrong?
I agree with him.
We love each other.
I agree with him. But that picture was so funny.
Yeah, I posted here.
It was so good. Shout out to that picture. But yeah, I really like our new cover. I think it looks so cute. To those who have been following us on Instagram and talking about it, I love you girls so much. They're so nice. You want to know something funny? I'm not going to say what the number is, but my phone password is based off of a fan fiction I read when I was 16.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
My password is also something that has to do with something that I loved when I was younger.
Love that. Okay. So you wrote, Saris unlocked the phone, knowing that his password is their anniversary date. She opened the social media app and her heart sank when immediately she was greeted with various women posing in their bikinis only. She saw that some of their pictures already had hearts on it, so he definitely liked them earlier. She looked at him with tears in her eyes. Oh my God!
Oh my God! I feel bad, but like I want to know how he reacts.
Because it could be something that happens, you know, in this world. Okay.
Oh my God!
Don't read ahead. Don't read ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. Okay, so this is what it says for him. Kingfisher watched her face fall as she scrolled through the app. Seeing the pictures he'd been liking, his heart tightened, guilt washing over him. He knew he couldn't deny it. He took a step closer to her, a pleading tone in his voice. Okay, yes, I might have liked some of those photos, but it doesn't mean anything. I swear, you have to believe me.
Okay. Now, should we leave it at that? Or should we resolve this?
I think the only thing I want to say is why couldn't you just be honest with me?
Why don't we just say that?
After all these years, why can't you just be honest?
You know, if I ever got in a big fight with my significant other, I don't think I would want the night to end until we at least not got better, but until we came to an understanding.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way with you as you, because I don't think I'd be able to sleep if we were still fighting. Yep. So this is what it says for Kingfisher. He wrapped his arms around her, pulling her closer as she leaned her head on his chest. He hated seeing her this way, knowing he was the cause of her pain. I'm sorry, he said softly, his voice filling with regret. I should have been honest with you from the start. I just didn't want to hurt you. He paused, taking a deep breath before continuing. But that doesn't excuse my actions. I know you have every right to be upset. I never meant for any of this to happen. Wow, what a turn of events. Very different from Xaden, who is definitely a red flag.
Yes.
I would say this is, I wouldn't say it's a green flag, but it's not.
It's already heading in a better direction than the first one did.
Definitely. So we're going to do Warner now.
Yes.
And he is from the Shatter Me series written by Tahir Mafi, and I just love him so much. So I wanted to see if he was a red flag. I'm really hoping he's a green flag because I love him so much, but I'm scared. Okay. Yeah. Again, we're putting them in the exact same scenario. So him and Juliet have been married for 3 years. In this scenario, everything has been perfect until this morning when Juliet walks out of their room upset. Warner's in the kitchen.
Warner's making himself some coffee. When Juliet enters the kitchen, he glances up, immediately sensing that something is amiss. He sets the coffee down, turning his attention fully to her. Hey, what's wrong?
Juliet looks at him with her arms crossed. I ran into Vanessa and she was mocking me with her group of girlfriends. She showed me a screenshot of you liking all of her thirst traps at 3 a.m. where she's basically wearing nothing. She cried out, "What are you doing liking another woman's post while I'm sleeping right next to you?"
Warner sighs, running a hand through his hair. He knows he's caught red-handed, but he feels frustrated that Vanessa is meddling in their relationship once again.
Once again?
Listen, I didn't mean to like those photos. I was just mindlessly scrolling through my feed and I accidentally liked them. It doesn't mean anything, Juliet. You know I love you.
Okay.
Okay, fine, it's fine. Just let it go. He answered and fessed up to it so much quicker than the other two.
Yeah, so green flag.
Next.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let's make it a little juicy.
Okay, I got it.
So this is what you wrote. It had to mean something since it was multiple. Some of those posts were old, Juliet says, her voice getting weak. What am I, a joke to you? You know how that makes me feel? How that makes me look? I love you too, Warner, but this, I don't think I can deal with this again.
It makes me so sad. I want him to be like, it's okay, babe, I love you.
Babe, I don't even like her like that.
The fuck is Vanessa?
Her thirst traps aren't even thirsty, babe.
I like them out of pity.
Babe, she doesn't have any legs.
I need to promote her somehow.
Oh my God.
Warner closes his eyes, taking a deep breath. He hates his actions. He hates that his actions have hurt Juliet so deeply. He walks around his counter and gently takes her hand in his. No, you're not a joke to me. You're my wife, and I love you more than anything. I messed up, and I'm sorry. It was thoughtless and inconsiderate of me, and I never meant to hurt you. He looks into her eyes, his expression serious. I promise you, it will never happen again.
That was beautiful. I don't even think we need to go on.
No.
We don't need to go on. Let's next book boyfriend. Come on.
The next one I chose because I fucking love him. Mm-hmm. We just read Immortal Dark, and Susenyos.
That's a book boyfriend.
I love him so much.
He went through a lot. We're not going to spoil, but he went through a lot.
Yes. So this is our future, our scenario. Him and Xaden have been married for 3 years in this scenario. Everything has been perfect until this morning when Xaden walks out of their room upset. Susenyos is in the kitchen.
Oof. I'm hoping he's a green flag. He should be a green flag based on his actions, but we'll see.
We'll see. Can you imagine? Because if you watched our last episode talking about this book, what if she immediately comes out and he's already like, I'm sorry, it was completely my fault. I'm so sorry.
Like, whatever it is. You're right. It is my fault.
I already love it.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
It says, Susenyos glances over as Xaden walks out, raising an eyebrow at his wife. a look of concern and confusion upon his face as he stood holding a mug. Susenyos says, "What's that expression for, my love?"
Okay. I tried staying in the character of Xaden.
Okay.
I think I did a good job.
All right, so you wrote, Xaden, his wife, let out an exasperated laugh as she put down their shared iPad. In it, she saw that he had screenshots.
So he didn't screenshotted.
A lot of random pictures of underwear models. Xaden huffed, her face red with fury. "Well, do you have anything you need to tell me, my love?"
Instead of underwear, because what if he was just shopping? Bikini.
Bikini models. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got to specify.
Okay. So he wrote back, Susenyos paused when seeing a furious expression of his wife, confused as to what she meant until seeing the screenshots. He looked from the iPad to her, then the iPad again, as a frown appeared on his face. Susenyos, I can explain. He began, though was interrupted by Taj and Aniko coming out. Taj looked confused while Aniko just watched. Why are they here?
Yeah, I didn't invite. Oh, well, I guess.
Oh, it's all three of them. Okay. Guess the trio's here.
Get
out! Just kick him out.
I'm like, first of all, this is between us spouses. Get out. They stay. Or should we ask them their opinion?
What if we called them and we're like, I'm glad you came here. So
what do you have to say for your friend?
What do you have to say in front of your friends? Come on. You made this decision. What do you have to say to the class? You wrote, Xaden looked at them. Good. I'm glad your friends are here to see how you spend your free time. Go ahead. Tell them how many women you have saved in your photo album. Damn. They're going to back him up.
I know they are. They're gonna be like, that was me. Susenyos bit the side of his mouth as he looked over at Taj and Aniko, who looked surprised and a little amused. Taj gave him a look that said he was in trouble, while Aniko just stayed quiet. Susenyos was quiet for a moment before letting out a deep sigh. Susenyos, there's only like 10 of them, he said, trying to lie, which made both Taj and Aniko raise an eyebrow in doubt. Wait, that the 10 is a lie? That means there's more. Oh my God, red flag. Okay.
Boy, we ran out of cloud data. You have so many.
That is so funny. You should be like, I tried deleting some and I couldn't delete all of them.
I tried.
My iPad froze. You wrote, quote, I tried deleting some and the iPad froze. End quote. Xaden was getting emotional and she didn't want to cry in front of him, but she knows he already saw it. You know what? If you're just going to try to justify this, I'm done with you. I guess 3 years of marriage meant nothing to you. Ooh, juicy. She's not here to play.
Gosh. Okay. He's just biting his lip like a bitch. I'm sorry.
They're just so yummy.
Susenyos bit his lip as he stepped closer, his expression pained at seeing what he did to his wife. You've got to believe me, it's nothing like that. Those pictures don't mean anything. I can get rid of them, he said, trying to soothe his wife, though he can tell it's not working, and in fact is making it worse as Xaden only grew more red-eyed but didn't cry.
Oh, she held it in.
She held it in. Thank you, girl.
Okay. How much more further are we going with this? He's not...
Try to vulnerable it up, you know what I mean? And see if he apologizes, like, more sincerely.
Okay.
Xaden couldn't help but cry out of frustration and hurt. Our iPad is tainted at this point. You owe me a new one. She cried harder. How would you like it if I had 100 pictures of buff men in Speedos? Damn.
Susenyos let out a deep sigh. He clearly looked guilty and remorseful at what he had done, though now his expression turned to slight jealousy at the mention of her having pictures of male models in Speedos. No, I wouldn't like it, he said, then added in muttering quietly, I get very possessive. Okay, I feel like what else is there left to say? I think we need to get to our next scenario.
Okay, so...
But what is this?
Wait, let's
rank them.
Okay.
Greenest flag
to reddest flag.
Warner on top is the greenest.
I would say...
Kingfisher after that.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, Kingfisher and then Susenyos.
Yes.
But I feel like they're both pretty...
Well, I feel like Kingfisher at least was immediately like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Well, not
he
like
lied,
not
though.
immediately, but like after he showed the
The thing
phone.
is, I would prefer the way Susenyos reacted than the way Kingfisher reacted, because if I knew you were gonna initially start to lie to me,
I think for me, it's the fact that he gave her the phone. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, because some men will not give you the phone. Like, they'll be
Yeah.
like, no, just, you don't trust me? You don't trust me?
I guess you're right. So, of course, Warner on top. He perfect man.
I'm sorry. I guess the middle don't matter. Red is flag Xaden.
And it's funny because we were over here like, we got to put Xaden in here as like, you know, everyone's talking about the Empyrean series. We got to put him in here.
Even though I have no idea what happens in the newest
He's
one.
not making himself look too good.
I know, but maybe the next scenario. Maybe. Okay, let's switch up gears.
Okay. New scenario. Xaden and Violet are sitting in the living room chatting away about deep topics. They have been married for 3 years.
Okay.
I hope he just doesn't pick up like, no, we're still talking about the phone thing.
Okay. So it says, I'm sorry, that's so funny. They sat across from one another on the couch, Xaden sipping on his glass of wine as he sat there listening to Violet intently, his brown eyes never leaving her face as she spoke.
They're so in love. Okay.
I think because we're already setting up the couples to have a deep conversation, we should ask them like serious questions. You know what I mean? Like, let's not drag on one question for too long.
Okay. So don't build it up, just put it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say what inspired this idea first. You know, there's been a lot of alpha, quote unquote, males and their little mics having, you know, their little podcast.
Little mics. Those little boys having their little talks.
Those little discussions that
Funny.
nobody should listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And they always go on and on about how, like, oh, it's not the same thing when women cheat compared to when men cheat, because when women cheat, it's emotional. So it like hurts more, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what inspired it. So let's see how these book boyfriends react.
What do you think he's going to say?
Well, first, let me read what you wrote. You wrote, quote, "Do you think it's worse when a man cheats on their partner or when a woman cheats on their partner?" Let's find out what he says. I don't know. I mean, he was a red flag before. So
he was a red flag. What'd you say, babe? And he's like liking bikini post as he's talking to her.
Oh my God.
Xaden sat back and thought for a second. He took another sip from his glass before he answered, I would say a man, since a woman's reasons for cheating typically are more understandable.
He was written by a woman in this scenario.
That's so funny.
Case closed. Green flag.
Can I have him explain more?
Yeah. Okay, so you're writing. Can you explain a bit more?
I want him to tell me why he thinks that. Because what if he just pulled that shit off Google?
He's like, what does a woman want me to say? Okay, so he wrote, well, men typically cheat because they are unsatisfied with what they have with their partner. Women usually cheat because of neglect or because their partner cheated first.
Xaden explained simply.
Well, hold on, Xaden.
Okay, wait, leave it at that. Leave it while it's good.
Okay,
I'm going to copy and paste this one.
Okay. And then we're going to go on to the second book boyfriend once again, Kingfisher from Quicksilver. Let's see how he reacts.
New scenario, Kingfisher and Saris are sitting in the living room chatting about deep topics. They've been married for 3 years.
Okay, so let's see what Kingfisher
says.
It starts. Kingfisher and Saris were cuddled up on the couch in their living room, a comfortable ambiance surrounding them. They sipped their hot tea, the warm liquid soothing their souls. You know, Kingfisher began, a reflective tone on his voice. I was thinking about the concept of soulmates the other day.
That's funny.
I know,
I'm going to add to that.
Okay. That is so sweet. I did have a little worry that they would start the deep topic. You should just be like, yes, I'm so glad we're soulmates, babe, but I just want to know what you think about this.
That's really sweet that he would say that.
It is really sweet.
Shut up,
Kingfisher.
Shut up,
Wait,
Kingfisher.
why are you a walking green flag?
Kingfisher! Take my 1 star, make it a 5-star.
Oh, yeah, you gave it 1 star.
I gave it, I think, 2 or 3. Don't look back at the tapes. Watch me give it a 5.
No.
Okay.
No, actually, I think you did give it a 3.
Okay. I didn't want to make him feel bad, so I just brought it up, but I didn't even say anything about it.
Okay, so you wrote, thinking about us, Sarah's teased as she took a sip of her tea. Do you think it's worse when a man cheats on their partner or when a woman cheats on their partner? Okay. Let's see how he reacts. He's going to be like, whiplash.
Kingfisher chuckled at Sarah's playful tone, his eyes never leaving hers as he responded. That's an interesting question, he said, mulling it over for a moment. I think it depends on each individual relationship. He paused, taking a sip of tea before continuing. But if I had to give an answer, I'd say that cheating is equally damaging regardless of gender. It's the betrayal of trust that hurts the most, not the gender of the person doing the cheating. That's why I picked you, babe.
Babe.
That's why.
We really are soulmates, babe. Hold on. I know what I want to say.
Okay. I don't want to, put words in your mouth or my mouth, but why are we kind of eating up Kingfisher?
I know. Wait, why do we kind of love him suddenly? Suddenly, he's number 1.
Whoever made this AI, you made it right. It
And
is so good.
He looks so hot in this picture.
He does look hot. Oh my gosh. So far, he's been the most green flag, right? The best green flag?
I think Warner was the
no, you're right.
green flag in the
He
last
was
one.
second. Runner up. He could still win. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna mess with this tonight. I'm gonna talk to Kingfisher, kick my feet in the air.
Hey, babe, I'm back. Now that it's just the two of us.
He's like, what are you talking about?
I know, wait, hold on. Are we still talking about the phone? You're gonna be like, wait, ignore all of this cuteness. Go back to that.
Actually, babe.
Okay, what do you think about what I wrote?
Well, I agree with you completely, but what do you think about all the men who deny that and say that when women cheat, it's worse because they do it based on emotions? If he says the wrong thing, we're off.
He won't. Okay, so it says, Kingfisher raised an eyebrow, a mixture of skepticism and annoyance in his expression. That's a load of bull. If you ask me, cheating is cheating, regardless of gender, and the idea that somehow women's emotions make it worse is just another way to excuse men's infidelity.
I
Green.
knew it.
Green. Verde. Next. All right, let's do
That
Warner.
was the perfect one.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, what else? We're done.
Okay, Warner, new scenario. Warner and Juliet are sitting in the living room chatting away about deep topics. They have been married for 3
I feel like
years. I know we could add it, but I kind of want to just see where they're sitting.
Okay.
Like how close
You're
they
right,
are,
right.
you know?
I do like what they add to it. Okay, it says Warner and Juliet are seated on the living room couch facing each other. The atmosphere is comfortable and intimate as they talk about deep and meaningful topics. The conversation is flowing effortlessly and the love between them is palpable. Warner takes Juliet's hand, his thumb tracing small circles on her skin as he speaks. He smiles softly, looking into her eyes. You know, every day I feel grateful to have you in my life. You make me the happiest man alive. Warner, shut up.
That's cool.
Anyway, so we're writing down the topic again. Do you think it's worse when a man cheats on their partner or when a woman cheats on their partner?
And he's like, are you just going to ignore?
Are you just going to ignore what I literally just said? Okay.
Warner considers Juliet's question for a moment, his expression thoughtful. He thinks about his answer before speaking. I think it's equally bad either way, whether it's a man or a woman who cheats. Betrayal's betrayal, no matter the gender. He squeezes her hand gently. But I know you'd never cheat on me. I trust you completely, Juliet.
I mean, Adam is next door. I'm just kidding. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so you wrote, I know, Juliet chuckles as she gives Warner a small peck. It was just Kenji brought up that a lot of men think it's worse when women cheat because women do it out of spite. What do you think?
Warner smiles at the peck, his eyes soften. I think that's an oversimplification. People cheat for various reasons, both men and women. To say that women do it out of spite and men out of something else is overly generalized. He shrugs, leaning back against the couch. But regardless of the reason, it's still a breach of trust and an act of betrayal.
Okay.
Green flag.
Green flag. We can go on to the next one.
I still kind of ate up Kingfishers. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I don't even remember what Xaden said.
So this is going to be Susenyos and friends. So new scenario, Susenyos and Xaden are sitting in the living room chatting away. They have been married for 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, what if we called them in the next one?
I'd be so down. Kidan was curled up on the couch against her husband, a lazy and peaceful atmosphere surrounding them in the living room. It was quiet afternoon, and they were just enjoying each other's presence, talking about whatever came to mind. I'm going to put the question, do you think it's worse when a man cheats on their partner or when a woman cheats on their partner?
Be careful. Okay, it says, Susenyos paused in his idle stroking of Kidan's hair at the question, a contemplative look appearing on his face as he thought it over. He thought for a few moments before he finally spoke. Susenyos says, I suppose I'd think a woman cheating on her partner would be worse, though really anyone cheating on their partner is bad. Susenyos, don't do this to me! Wait, hold on. Maybe we should have him explain himself a little more. Like, why do you think it's worse when a woman cheats? Let's expand upon that. Oh my god. He was made by a bro.
Wait, why do you think it's worse when a woman cheats?
Susenyos paused again, his thumb still idly stroking Kidan's hair as he tried to find the words to explain his opinion. It's simple, really. It's because of how much more devoted and loyal women tend to be to their partner. A woman usually has this special bond, a love of deep devotion. For a woman to cheat on her partner is seen as a far greater betrayal than for a man to do the reverse. At least it's how I see it. No. What? What are you saying?
Wait, what is he getting at?
Wait, so are you saying that you don't love me as much as I love you? That's what it's giving.
Wait, I have something.
Okay, so you put for Kidan saying, so do you think hypothetically, Kidan adds in a light tone, if you cheated on me, it would be less hurtful than if I cheated on you?
Susenyos lets out a small huff at the lighthearted question, a slight smile appearing on his face, though a hint of seriousness lingered in his eyes. Susenyos, I would be heartbroken if you were to cheat on me. I value our relationship more than anything. But yes, in a way, it would be far less hurtful if it was me doing the cheating than you doing it. Does that answer bother you?
Yes.
Why would it be? Susenyos, you're making yourself look really bad. This is why I stabbed you 17 times. You just don't fucking get it. Hold on. I'm cooking. But what do you think?
Oh, wait, it's my turn.
Do you think that men and women love differently then? The way you're making it sounds makes me feel like I love you more than you love me. Kidan looks sad. Oh, Susenyos, come on, pick it up, King. Pick it up.
I knew he was going to lift her chin. Love that. Susenyos gently took Kidan's chin in his hand and lifted her head so that she was looking directly at him. His expression was soft, yet there was a hint of vulnerability in his eyes. I want you to understand something. I love you more than I've ever loved anyone or anything in my life. It's true that men and women love differently. And yes, you may love me more deeply, but that doesn't mean I love you any less. No,
He's a red flag. Red flag.
We're done with that.
So, rating them.
Kingfisher just shocked us both.
He did so well. It makes me want to reread Quicksilver knowing I'm going to hate it.
But like maybe seeing it in a different lens. I don't even remember what Xaden said.
Oh, he was really good.
Oh yeah, he was really good. So I feel like,
but I think Kingfisher had me.
I feel like Kingfisher's response was really good.
Yeah.
I feel like Warner's was kind of similar to his.
But Xaden's probably.
No.
Maybe
I'm biased.
No, yeah, Kingfisher had me.
I think
he had me in a chokehold.
No, I agree. I think Kingfisher did the best. But honestly, red flag, Susenyos.
Why? I don't understand why he answered like that.
Yeah. He's basically admitting that he doesn't love her.
No, babe, it's
as much as she loves him.
Like, I'm not gonna say I love you in front of the bros, but
definitely not in front of the bros. Don't make it weird.
But like, I will like at night when the lights are off.
Yeah. I want to keep going, but I feel like this is long enough. But this is so fun.
I just want to ask him one more question.
Okay. Susenyos?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not done yet?
Oh, did you want to do one more thing?
I don't know. What do you think? Because I feel like we've been going on for a while, but this is really fun.
I feel like we have so many good ideas that we could keep going forever, but I kind of am interested to see what people recommend for us to do next.
Okay.
Maybe next time we could try the chat feature where they actually talk.
Oh my God, I'd be so scared.
I'd be so nervous. We'd be pausing and screaming.
I'd be like, oh my God, I'm talking to Warner. It has to be Warner. I'm sorry.
I know.
Dibs.
And I think Susenyos, I love you.
But
kind of a red flag.
I don't think they made him right.
No.
They didn't pour the love that he has.
Therefore,
the patience.
the book fix has to make.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? And on the description, courtesy of the Book Fix podcast. Us there like this.
I love that. It's going to be, instead of Susenyos, Eniko, and Taj, Susenyos and the Book Fix. So we're there too.
We're just in the back silent. Just like, we're just there observing love. Or the chaos.
Well, if you are listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, if you could please leave a review recommending us our next read or recommending us our next scenario to put these book boyfriends in, that would be great. Or if you have any other scenarios you want us to try, not specifically just book boyfriends.
Yeah, but I feel like it's the most fun. I'm just trying to think, what else could we do?
I know, but the possibilities are endless.
You're right.
If you want to recommend us another book, though, we're looking for some good ones. It's our birth month, so please, something you think we would love.
Yeah, something beautiful, something full of love, full of romance.
And remember to also give us a 5-star rating. That would be amazing.
It really, really helps us out a lot, and we really appreciate people who do give us 5 stars and the ones who leave reviews as well. If you want just to support us a little bit more, you can find our Patreon under patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want something that's monthly, you can also find us on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you want to support us on any other social medias, or you would like to join our book clubs on Fable and Goodreads, we do have a link tree with all of our links, linktr.ee/thebookfix. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye. I'm still shaken up by Kingfisher. He shocked me. The way that Xaden reacted to the first scenario was exactly how I pictured Kingfisher to be.
But he
was just full of
He
love.
stole the show.
He stole the show. He stole my heart. And now I can't wait for the second book even more.
Stop.
It's going to be like completely different. It's going to be like the exact opposite.
I know.